Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining me. If you don't know and you're new here, I'm Misty and I go to local places on the island of Oahu to show you some mom and pop restaurants or stores, and once in a while some place fancy. But today is T&L Market, and I used to go there when I was in the area. If you wanted a snack, think of it as a Monopula truck without wheels. It's a brick and mortar Monopula truck. Everything you ever got as a child at the Monopua man's truck, you can find here at T&L Market. They have been serving all the kids after school for some delicious snacks and grinds in the KPT area or Fern Elementary. It's right near there, so all the kids after school would go there. And if you're not familiar with the area, it's right on the corner of Middle Street and Rose Street. So let's see what we can get for a couple of bucks. I haven't been here in years. Supposedly it's a new owner. The other owner made some delicious grinds too. You can also get plate lunches. It's just a small hole in the wall. Parking's kind of hard, but if you go early and not during the lunch hour, they have a lot of parking across the street on Middle Street. You should be able to find a spot. In the front, there's only you can probably fit 2 cars in a really small driveway, and there's no parking on that side. But I got some fried noodles. Supposedly the new owner is the owner of the Manapua man truck in KPT Building A. I did show that Manapua truck in my very first video, Kalihi Eats. I think it's a terrible long drawn out video, but if you want to skip to that part in the middle somewhere, I'll put the link above. But let's try these noodles. It smells delicious when I opened them up. It's got some char siu in it, some green onion. Looks like a softer type of noodle than the one I got at the Manapua man at KPT. So let's try it. Wow. Good flavor. I think it's much better than the truck at KPT when we got it there. This one has a lot of flavor, a little hint of sweetness too. If you mix it up, you get a bite of the char siu in it with the green onion. Really tasty. This, if you're wondering, is a small. You can get small, medium, or a large, which is a whole plate lunch of these noodles. They do have all your condiments out in the front. So the shoyu, the Tabasco, and sriracha, but I didn't put anything on it. Usually I put a little bit of shoyu on it. But trust me, you don't need it. This is so good. Seasoning's on point. Even though it looks plain, it definitely doesn't taste plain. Really great seasoning. Not too salty, not too plain. Sometimes you go to the Manapua man or other fried noodle shops and there's not enough salt, or the noodles are super dry. These noodles are nice and soft, nothing dry. They're fresh. Doesn't taste like old dried noodles, and the char siu is good. And if you're wondering, for that small plate of noodles, it is $3. The price goes up as you get the medium and the large. If you want, I'm going to show the menu at the end, and you can pause it and look at the prices. Next up, we have the Lumpia. They sell single Lumpias. Kind of small, but let's give it a try. Looks nice and crispy though, so pretty good. I'm not sure if you can see inside, but it's got long rice, a little bit of carrot, very little meat, but just enough to give it that flavor. I wish they did give a dipping sauce, but no dipping sauce in here. It would be really great with like a sweet and sour sauce or something. And like the old days, you get your lumpia in either a plastic bag or a paper bag when you went to the Monopula truck, and that's where it came out of. I only got one just to try it. It is delicious and still crispy, made fresh. Sometimes in some bites you get a hint of garlic. Really good stuff. For that lumpia, it was 95 cents each. All right, since we're in this bag, they threw it all in, we have some fried chicken. Quite brown, crispy, yummy. Hopefully I don't make crumbs. Pretty good batter. I'm sure you can hear the crunch. Although it's quite brown, more than a golden brown, doesn't taste burnt or anything. Wow, that meat inside is super moist. Juicy. Oh, some juice fell out. Guess I'll be detailing my car inside now. Damn. But yeah, look at that juice. Wow. Mandalorian wipes to the rescue. If you're wondering about the price for the fried chicken, each piece is $2.50. I think it's a deal. It tasted great, seasoned nicely, has a little hint of sweetness to it, but a very unique, tasty fried chicken. I think it's pretty meaty. The pieces were not stingy at all. A lot of meat on it. Looks like a thigh. Juicy and not dry, and the outside, as you could tell, was crispy. Now, of course, if you go to the Monopula, man, you got to get your pork hash and Manapua, and that's what I got for, I think, the last couple items. Yep. So I got 2 pork hash. Comes in that classic plastic bag. Take a look at it. That's what it looks like. Sorry about the lighting, guys. Typical pork hash. Let's see what it tastes like inside. Your typical pork hash. Nicely seasoned. It's good. It's nice and meaty, not stingy with the meat inside. I think it's pretty good, but my favorite, let me know if you agree, is 7-Eleven pork hash. Yes, at 7-Eleven you can find some awesome tasting pork hash. If you're wondering what the price for each pork hash is, it is 75 cents, and it is kind of expensive if you think about it, but if you go to Chunwal Cam or 7-Eleven, they charge you just as much. So nowadays things are expensive, but it was a pretty tasty, typical pork hash. You can't go wrong with it. If you're in the area and you're craving some Manapua and pork hash, this is the place to go. All right, last but not least, I got me a Monopula. If you don't really know me, I'm going to let you know, and it's probably blasphemy to a lot of locals, but I do not like Monopula. I'm part Chinese, and I don't care for it. But I figure if you're going to a place that is a reminiscent thing of a Monopula trip, you gotta try it. And it's very warm and soft. It's in the steamer, the window that you can see when you enter, and kind of lighter and fluffier to me compared to other places. I'm not sure if my camera can catch that, the fluffiness of it, but it is quite light looking, which is a good thing. Don't know why I don't care for Monopula. I don't hate it, but it's not something I would crave or go out of my way to buy. I'm not sure, but this looks tasty because of the fluffiness of the bread. It's not as dense. Oh wow, definitely a light, fluffy breading for the Monopula. Got a little piece of char siu there. Hey, they might have changed my mind. I'm not sure if you can see, I'm gonna take a close-up of it, but all those air bubbles, however they rose the dough with the yeast, they are great bakers, because I think one of the reasons I don't like Monopulas are a lot of places, it's just, even though it's fluffy, it's too dense for me of a bread. And this one is just so light, and it just is so gentle and delicate. And another thing is, I think I don't like Monopulas because I don't really care for things that are too sweet. And so the char siu in the middle, mixed with a lot of sugar, it's not my thing. But I think, you know, from a person's perspective that's a local, it tastes very good, what a Monopula should. It's got that nice sweetness. I wouldn't say a generous portion of meat, but I think as you eat it, as you go along, you get a bite of meat every time you bite into it. But definitely the bread is the star of the show here. This is some good stuff. So each Manapua is $3. I think it's a pretty good deal. It's pretty big. I think it would be bigger than most Manapuas that you get at other places that are popular. And don't forget to check out their other plate lunches, because they make actual plate lunches, and they also make small ones. So they got regular and I guess not small, but medium. I'm looking at the menu that I took of. They've got fried chicken with for a plate lunch, so the same fried chicken I ate, but you can get it in a plate lunch form. Shoyu chicken, that's what I used to get a lot when I used to come. They used to sell it by the single. Chicken katsu, New York steak, garlic shrimp, kalbi, fried fish, garlic chicken, all kind of stuff, chopped steak. So if you're looking for a plate lunch too, definitely come on by and try it. Their mediums are pretty affordable. Like the fried chicken with rice plate lunch, if you got a medium, it's $6.50. A regular is $8.50. So pretty affordable, cheap eats. And they have daily specials as well. Today, I believe it was grilled pork chops for their plate lunch. I believe they were having a sign. I don't know if they do it all the time, so I don't want you to waste your time and go there and it's not there. But I believe on Saturdays, they were doing huli huli chicken, but only on Saturdays. And I do see their rotisserie huli huli machine out on the side. So it's there, so they probably must still do it. So definitely check out T&L Market off of Middle Street and Rose Street in the heart of Kalihi if you want some good Monopula man grinds or a plate lunch. It will definitely satisfy your cravings and won't break the bank. I'm not sure if she did the math right. I told you all the prices off the menu, but in total, straight off the bat, no tax, she charged me $11 for all these items, and I probably can't finish it all, so I'll probably eat it later on. But it was a good sample of all her snacks. Great food. Go check them out. Support your mom and pop businesses in Hawaii, and I'll see you again next week. If you like this, press the like button. If you're new, consider subscribing. I show a new place every week, and I'll see you again. Peace out and take care of yourselves. Bye.